Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today, we're going to take a look at some 1950 United States pennies. And as many of you know, probably, there were a couple different mints that made these pennies in 1950. The Philadelphia Mint, which would have no mint mark, the San Francisco Mint, which would have an S mint mark, and let's see if we can find a Denver Mint in here somewhere, and the Denver Mint would have a D Mint mark. So let's see if we can just find one. We have this whole stack of these, and we'll go through and kind of go, there's a Denver Mint mark there. So there's the D, there's the plain, and then there is the S Mint mark. And when we look through these, we'll just go through them all individually and separate them out. Now, I should say that they also 1950 is kind of famous among pennies because it was the first year after World War II, or since before World War II, when they issued proof pennies. Now, a proof penny from 1950, because they only made about 51,000 plus of them, is very valuable. It can be worth anywhere from 13 to 15 to $130, $140 according to the grading scales, PCGS and NGC. Now, if you look at these pennies, you'll see that it says, "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" behind Lincoln, and then the year 1950 is here. There is also, if you get way down in here, there is a VDB, but most of these pennies you're not going to be able to see it. In VDB is the initials of the engraver, Victor David Brenner, and he initially engraved this coin. First came out in 1909. So 1950, these were, of course, the post-World War II pennies, but we were just getting into the Korean War was on its way. E pluribus unum at the top, 1 cent in the middle, United States of America here, and 2 ears of wheat. And these have a smooth edge. So that's our 1950 Philadelphia Mint, would have no mint mark on it. And the proof coins were also made at Philadelphia, and they would have no mint mark on them, but this isn't clearly a proof coin. It's just a regular issue coin. There's another 1950, and that one you can see it even a little bit better. And if we look at that, we see that, let's see if we can tip this up. We're not going to be able to see. There it is right there, the VDB, Victor David Brenner, right there underneath this. So there's another 1950 Philly. Here's a 1950 from Denver, has a slash across it. The Philadelphia Mint in 1950, they made 272, almost 273 million. At the Denver Mint, they made 335 million. So they made a lot more at the Denver Mint. This one's actually got some kind of attachment on it. We'll get that off if we can. Sometimes these pennies attract stuff to them, and get that off. So there's the Denver, there's the Philly. Let's see what the next one is. There's another Philly. Another Philly. You should get more if you go through these of the Denver Mint, because they made about 50 or 60 million more, but you don't necessarily see that. And then here's an S here, and we see that S way down in there, and that is for the San Francisco Mint. The San Francisco Mint in 1950 made 118.5 million of them. So these are very collectible. They're probably worth 25 cents each in this condition, maybe a little bit more because they're a lot harder to get. There's another 1950 plain. Here's another 1950 S. Okay, so we got a couple S's, and see that S is really stylized for the San Francisco Mint. Here's another 1950 D, so we'll put that on the D pile. And we'll just go through the last two of them. There's another S. And this last one is another S. Okay, so we probably have a few extra S's just because in this group, because that's what a coin dealer would save. They're worth a little bit more. So when we got these from given to us, they probably had some extra S's in them just because those are a little bit more collectible. The S's still aren't worth much. They're worth probably 50 cents or so in this condition. The D's are worth maybe 25, and the 18 to 25 cents, and the just the plain ones are worth, the Philadelphia ones are worth probably 18 to 25 cents. If you get any of these in uh, very, very good condition, say 63, 64, 65, you might be getting up into the $8 to $10 range. 65, you might be getting up into the $20 range on some of them, but these are not in that kind of condition. All right. Well, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Oh, I should say these are made of bronze, which is 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. They are 3.11 grams in weight, 19 millimeters in diameter, and 1.4 millimeters in thickness. And the reason I'm saying that is because people have been saying, look, you got to say what the circumference is and everything for all of these. You can easily look it up on a site like Numista, but we'll try to say it if we can in the future videos. All right, have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.